We talk about rest as if it should feel natural, as if the moment we decide to slow down, our body will soften and our mind will finally become quiet. But for many people, something else happens. The moment the world becomes still, something inside becomes louder. So instead of resting, we reach for something: a notification, a conversation, a task, a plan, a problem to solve. Anything that keeps us moving, not because we do not want rest, but because deep down we are afraid of what we might hear when everything else becomes quiet. Because stillness has a way of revealing things: the exhaustion we have been ignoring, the emotions we have been outrunning, the worries we keep postponing until later. And perhaps that is why rest sometimes feels uncomfortable. Not because rest is dangerous, but because it opens doors we have kept closed for a very long time. Think about that. How often have you promised yourself, "I'll rest after this. I'll relax when things settle down. I'll finally breathe when I get there." But where is there? Because every destination seems to create another one, another goal, another responsibility, another reason to postpone peace. And little by little, the mind learns to stay prepared, to stay alert, to stay one step ahead of problems that have not even happened yet, until being relaxed starts to feel unfamiliar. Can you feel that? How often are you resting while still preparing for the next danger? How often is your body here while your mind is already somewhere else? And what would happen if, for just one moment, nothing needed to be fixed? Nothing needed to be solved. Nothing needed to be anticipated. Just this breath, this moment, this version of you. Notice what happens inside as you hear those words. No need to change anything. No need to force anything. Just notice. Because awareness has a strange power. The moment something is seen, it begins to loosen. And perhaps the first step toward rest is not learning how to relax. Perhaps it is learning that this moment is safer than your mind believes. The Nasia within you knows that rest was never meant to be a reward. Rest is a return to your body, a return to your breath, a return to the place life is actually happening, right here, not tomorrow, not after the next goal, not after the next achievement, not after the next problem is solved. Here. And every time you gently return to this moment, you remind your nervous system of something important. You do not have to stay alert for every imagined storm. You do not have to carry tomorrow while standing in today. You do not have to earn the right to rest. Perhaps rest feels uncomfortable now only because you have spent so long living somewhere else. And perhaps coming home always feels a little unfamiliar at first. The Nasia within you is remembering how to be here.